Hammer Effect is the first actual 4-color ball in existence, and it releases from Hammer on March 21st. I am on the Kegel Chromium Challenge pattern at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas, where they take great care of us. We always use this pattern for testing because it's a good benchmark pattern. It's not too easy, but not too tough, so it really helps us figure out where balls fit and how they relate and compare to each other. The graph is linked in the description if you want to take a look at the details. My layout information is up on the screen for those that understand, and if you don't know what all the numbers mean or all the core numbers we're going to talk about next, I have a few instructional videos linked in the description that will teach you everything you need to know about cores, core dynamics, and layouts, but I still need to share the details for the more experienced viewers. The Hammer Effect, more fun wordplay with the name like Radical did with the Radical Conspiracy, has a new asymmetric core shape in the Huntsman. Again, the link to the ball page on the website is in the description if you want to get a look at all the details, and it comes in at a fairly standard 247 RG, 050 differential, and an 017 intermediate differential and 15 pounds. The cover is HK22 Cohesion Pearl, which is supposed to bump up the friction response a bit more, and it comes polished out of the box. It's still really strong, and I'd probably recommend breaking the shine to blend the shape out a little bit more. Also because the ball shape is between forward and directional, so a little surface will help keep it from standing up or straightening out and make more effective use of the shape. I'm not sure what to think of this one, and I think it's really just because it doesn't have any outstanding qualities or attributes. It just kind of quietly gets the job done. It's strong and archetype hybrid-ish, but not as heavy rolling and not quite as responsive. It's a little earlier and slower than the Theorem, plus again you can see that it's between directional and forward, which is really effective if you know how to use it. I do have to get up the back of it to get it down the lane from straighter, but it being slightly forward lets me do that because it's not trying to pick up and take off, so it gives me a lot of control over the down lane motion and shape. Every other ball I've thrown that's this strong just won't get down the lane from third arrow or outside of that, yet a very simple adjustment let me comfortably strike from every zone on the lane. The trade-off, of course, is that if I'm too far up the back of it or get it too far out too quickly, it's going to straighten out on the back end. However, again, a small move deeper or just getting a little softer with my hand and getting around it a little more puts me back in business. Just for clarification, the frustration you're seeing here occasionally is that I was fighting some mechanical stuff while filming, and truth be told, the B7 covers are moderately stronger than the SPI stuff, and I'm still trying to get adjusted. I've been used to kind of softly rolling the SPI stuff because it's a lot cleaner, and this stuff needs no time and no extra help, and getting my brain to accept that I can be firmer with this stuff and have it still pick up and drive has been a bigger adjustment than I expected. Now that's not a shot at SPI, because sometimes having too much ball reaction can be as big of a problem as not having enough, but back to the review at hand, you can see that as long as I just relax and execute a nice, easy, confident shot, the effect is wildly versatile. It falls in the category of being better the better you are. The trade-off is that it's not quite as forgiving on bad shots as some other balls are, for me at least. Definitely check out some other reviews. But the utility is quite a bit higher, meaning that if you have a few physical tricks and can play multiple zones on the lane, it could replace 2 or 3 balls in your bag. While most of the other balls I've reviewed so far have had more clear and specific roles and abilities, this one feels like a good complement to the 3.0, which is also very versatile, and seems to be between it and the 2.0 hybrid. It's longer and sharper than the 3.0, but earlier and smoother than the 2.0 hybrid, plus it seems to be closer to the 3.0 strength-wise. Taking a look at the 3.0, I think you can see it blends the back end a fair amount more and is a little more continuous. I unfortunately don't have a 2.0 hybrid to compare, but having seen the difference between it and the 3.0 watching James throw them, I really do think that the effect is right in between them. Shape is obviously a little different. The Black Widows are more arcy and between directional and continuous, and the effect is more of a defined hook set type of reaction. To even further intrigue my SPI viewers, I'd said that the Archetype Hybrid was close to the Altered Reality, and this one is even closer. Add a couple boards and add some extra sharpness on the back end to the Eternity and you'd be here too. The Theorem is a really nice step sideways for a cleaner and more angular, plus a bit more continuous reaction. The Theorem wants to fly while the effect is a little more patient, I guess you'd say, or a little calmer. The effect is a half step down from balls like the Archetype Hybrid and Outer Limits Pearl, and of similar strength to the Theorem, of course, the Hater and the Ultimate Defender. While most symmetric balls will be a step down outside of the GB5, that thing is crazy. Once again, March 21st is the release date for the Hammer Effect and Black Pearl Urethane, along with Radical's Radical Conspiracy and Outer Limits Pearl, as well as Deviate's Hater and Ebonite's GB5. Down in the description is a link to Bullard's Mart that will get any of the balls featured in this video ordered for you. I do have to note that I do receive a 5% commission on all sales through the links, and of course don't forget my code ROSEDALL10 to get 10% off your order at checkout at CoolWick. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you.